Today is the final day for eliminations for Pool B, and both matches have heavy stakes. In our first offering, BALIPURE and PLDT are fighting to get their first win, and this isn't a matter of pride. Both teams are bettering their chances for the quarterfinals. Our second game is another chapter to the rivalry that spanned since the early days of the PVL. For as long as PVL has been around, Creamline and Petrogas have been battling for championships, and today they are fighting for the top one spot in Pool B. The heart of volleyball continues to beat with more and more exciting matches. And if you're a volleyball fan, there's no better place to be. Welcome to the Premier Volleyball League on One Sports.
If you are not familiar with the area, we are in the Paco Arena, where the subject matter is very much volleyball today. This is our pair of matches, as our colleague said. It is a very important day. Mela, tunay importante mag-umpisa na manalo yung mga teams na hindi pa nananalo so far.
At yan nga mapapanood ng ating PVL fans today. Guys, this is day 7 already of the PVL 2022 Open Conference. At day 7 pero last day ng elimination, at least for Pool B. At ito nga makikita natin maghaharap, BALIPURE Purest Water Defenders kontra PLDT high-speed hitters na wala pang naitatalang panalo this conference. And of course, kahit pasok na sila sa quarterfinals, ang gusto nating makita dyan ay yung momentum na makukuha ng winning team going to the quarterfinals.
Alam mo, napaka-importante ng confidence going into the next round, of course. Ano? In a moment, we'll take a look at the team standings and you'll understand what Mela is talking about. I am just so thrilled to be beside a woman I have covered for so many years, both in UST and in her stints later on with other teams. But ito yung sinasabi mo, Mela.
That's right. For Pool B nga, today is the last day of eliminations para sa kanila. Creamline at Petrogas maglalaban mamaya para dun sa #1 spot. But regardless kung sino manalo, secured na nila ang twice to beat advantage. Whereas for these two teams, BALIPURE and PLDT na maghaharap ngayon, wala nang makukuhang advantage. Pero syempre, sabi nga natin paulit-ulit, volleyball sa game of momentum, and they would want that coming into the quarterfinals.
Absolutely. Nung last time, ang PLDT nagkaroon ng magandang laro compared to the last time that they have been struggling. Actually, kasi nagbago-bago ang mga lineups, no? So may chemistry issues. But the last time around, may chances sa PLDT, matibay lang talaga yung Petrogas.
That's right, and kung makikita nga rin natin yung stats, hindi naman malalaki yung disparity in terms of the departments, no, doon sa Petrogas versus PLDT. But it was really their unforced errors that came timely, and it cost them that game. Kasi nakakadikit naman sila, but they allowed Petrogas to pull away at some parts of the game. Pero if there's one thing to celebrate, yan nga yung mga naging magandang laro ng ilan sa kanilang players. We have Elisoy, Nika Reyes also coming in during the third set. That's why they were able to get that 25-22 against Petrogas. And ito nga, Seb, sinasabi natin, in spikes, isa lang yung lamang ng Petrogas. In blocks and aces, dalawa lang. Even in errors, pero yung mga errors nila came very, parang yung timing nung pagkakakomit ng errors, napaka-importante dati.
Alam mo, kung minsan hindi naman mawawala ang error sa volleyball. Kaso yung kailan
mangyayari,
kung kailan gusto mong manalo na. Nabanggit mo may mga players that began to shine para sa kupunan ng PLDT. And Elisoy, definitely one of those players that stood out in that game.
And yan lang naman yung hinihintay natin kay Elisoy. We know that she's very capable, she's very talented and very powerful, but it's really a matter of being consistent. And that game, if there's one thing that Elisoy showed, it was really consistency, and she even tallied 17 points in that game. Of course, leading the team and getting a bit of support from Nika Reyes, pero kulang pa. Kailangan pa nila ng mga more players to go to, especially mas maaaral na rin si Soyud moving forward.
Yun exactly, gaya ng mga laro kahapon, ano? Kung may mga kulang na player, yung Choco Mucho, walang wing scoring, pero yun ang kailangan nilang harnessin. Yung isa nating kasama, si Alexis Tinsay, ang ating host, ay nakipag-usap kay Miss Elisoy bago tayo magsimula today.
Malaking tulong siya last game kasi na-boost yung confidence ko na I can do more for my team. Pero kulang pa rin. I have to do more Yung pinaka-specific na sinabi ni Coach George is yung individual errors namin, which is yun yung lagi nagpapatalo sa amin. Siguro pressure, tapos yung kumpiyansa sa sarili nawawala. Pag nagkaka-error, ganun. Ano lang, tiwala lang talaga sa isa't isa para magawa namin yung kailangan naming trabaho sa loob ng court, and yung tiwala din sa coaches. Siyempre, nasa process pa kami ng pagkikilala sa isa't isa kasi halos lahat bago.
Alam mo, Ellie, masasanay ka rin ini-interview. At ako minsan, pag ini-interview, nakakapanibago. Yung ikikwento mo yung gusto mong gawin sa court. Ikaw sa rin, isang nasanay ka na doon. Okay. Pag-usapan naman natin yung isang kupunan, yung BALIPURE. It's a team that's trying to find its chemistry. It has to elevate its game at a certain level para makakompete sila doon sa iba.
Definitely, yan yung isa sa marami nila pang kailangan gawin, chemistry. But of course, in game, when we talk about BALIPURE, alam naman natin na depensa nandyan na. And in that last game against Streamline, napatunayan nila yan. Mas lumamang pa sila sa digs. Pero kung paano nila mako-convert into points, doon talaga sila nagkukulang sa firepower. They have options also in Patio Rendain, Rap Aguilar, and even Bern Flora playing minutes in that last game. Pero yung pagiging consistent, yun pa rin naman, dun pa rin tayo magkakatalo kung sino yung mas consistent in the game, mas kaya mag-manage ng errors. Usually, they're the ones who take that game. As we take a look at the stats here, sa spikes, ang layo nung naging lamang ng Streamline Cold Smashers, 39 kontra 22 lang ng BALIPURE. So, imagine yung combined efforts nila only led to 22 spikes para sa buong kupunan. And yung blocks, lamang din ng Streamline, 5-3. And aces, dyan sila talaga natalo last time. Streamline taling 6 aces. But even when they don't score aces, nakikita natin na hirap receive itong BALIPURE last game.
Ilang taon mo nang ginagawa ito? Parang ang tagal-tagal mo. Sanay na sanay ka nang ginagawa ito. Ang relax na relax ang dating mo. Napag-uusapan si Rap Aguilar. Si Rap ay isang player dati. Pinapasok yan para to substitute, to serve, di ba? Parang service expert, So, each player is waiting for her time to shine.
Yung breakout game nila, no. Actually, Rap Aguilar, one of the known beach volleyball players also. So when it comes to being an all-around player, kaya niya naman yan. It's just really a matter of getting her playing time, which is dito nga sa BALIPURE, meron na siya niyan. She showed us some highlights in her last game against Streamline Cold Smashers. At kulang pa. Although, ayan, nakita na natin 5 points last game, 9 digs. But they're gonna need more if they want to come to the next level, to the next phase, which is the quarterfinals, na mas mataas yung kumpiyansa.
Ang galing din sumayaw nito. Nakita ko nung warm-up. Ang galing. Rap, nakausap natin si Rap kanina. Pakinggan natin ito.
Yung tiwala naman binibigay sa akin ni Coach is po siya, big opportunity po sa akin. Kasi syempre po, binibigyan ka ng playing time sa loob para din makatulong sa team niyo po. Syempre po, andun pa rin yung moral namin. High moral pa rin kami kahit talo kami in previous game kasi po, kailangan namin yon, and kailangan namin maging buo din as a team. Ang sinasabi lang lagi ni Coach is enjoy lang kayo sa loob ng court and ilaro niyo lang kung anong nasanayan yung laro.
We are still moments away from the start of this first game here today. BALIPURE faces PLDT. Mahirap manalo sa game, lalo na sa sport, lalo na yung hindi pa kayo masyadong sanay together. But alam ko itong BALIPURE, nagbubble din sila. No? They stayed together as a team. As we take a look at Romel Abella, who is the coach, he seems chill lang siya.
Relax today.
Ang hirap to develop teamwork, Mel.
Opo nga especially at the time of a pandemic na minsan on-off yung training, minsan face-to-face training na sila, biglang i-hold yung mga ensayo, balik sa home workout. So, it's really an extra challenge for our athletes now. Pero looking at how they've been playing here in the PVL, nakakatuwa lang din talaga kung gaano nila sinusubukang i-overcome yung mga ganon na challenges.
Nakwento mo sa akin kanila, si Mela kanina naka-block ng isang bolang lumipad dito. Kasi nasabi mo, na ikaw rin personally, na you had to adjust your condition. You wanted to be in condition, but the pandemic, hindi ka makapunta ng gym.
Yes.
At ang tagal, hindi rin nakapunta ng gym ang nag-gym ho ang mga players natin, ha? Nagpapakondisyon ito. So may effect yan, ano, sa develop. We had a very short time of training for our teams actually.
That's why very crucial din po, even in my last coverages, I kept mentioning about the conditioning coaches na talagang doing a good job when we see teams na nagle-level up yung laro dito sa PVL despite us being in a pandemic. Pero ayan nga po, other than the ball training, napaka-crucial ng mga conditioning at pag-peak ng bawat teams coming into the tournament.
Ay, lipat naman natin sa PLDT. Dikit yung laro nila sa Petrogas last time around. But sabi mo, yung sweet, nabibiro ko si Coach George kanina. Sabi ko, bagay sa'yo yung
White hair.
White hair, ha? Huwag ka na magpatina. Okay yan, okay yan. Bata pa ho yan. Pero it's not enough na you have the key players. It's also important when you strike it, when you score the points that matter, which happened to PLDT in that game against Petrogas.
Ayun din po kasi yung challenge, no? When you retool a team, as we know, they got a lot of players. They got Mika Reyes, they even got itong si Mayan Mendrez, Jessie De Leon, who we all know are good players. Pero in just a short span of time, them being able to adjust to each other, yun yung magiging challenge. So this game can be their training then, no, moving forward to the more important games. Kaya titingnan natin kung mas mag-gel na ba yung mga players na binanggit natin.
We are just moments away, and Rhea de Maculangan, always a joy to watch and to see her set the table. Nakalaro mo yan, ano?
Opo.
At huwag mo nang po. Nasa TV naman tayo. Okay. George Pascua, one of the veteran coaches, mabait na po ito si Mela. At it's more of reminding nowadays that seems to be happening. Ano nga? What to do, ginagawa naman sa practice. So, let's send it now to Miss our dear friend, Mac Hipuela. Coach Mac, take over and introduce everybody.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Rene Vaspilio. Second referee, Mr. Jeffrey Barrientos. Let us welcome our starters from our BALIPURE Purest Water Defenders. Let's begin with their team captain, number 11, Alina Joyce Bicar. At number 4, Genevieve Kasugod. Wearing jersey number 5, Marianne Alisa Buitre. At number 8, Janine Marciano. Number 13, Joanne Louise Maraginot. And number 14, Patty Jane Orendae. Libero, number 7, Eliza Eroa. Head coach, Mr. Romel. On our PLDT Home Fiber High-Speed Hitters. Team captain is number 12, Rhea Katrina de Maculangan. At number 3, Mika Erin Reyes. And jersey number 7, Christine Joy Soyud. At number 10, Tony Rose Basas. Wearing jersey number 13, Del Palomata. And number 19, Jovelyn Grace Prado. Libero, number 8, Kathleen Faith Arado. Head coach, Mr. George Pascua. This is match number 13, preliminary round.
And we take a look at the starting lineup of BALIPURE.
It's actually the same suspects here for the BALIPURE Water Defenders. Rap Aguilar, in-interview natin kanina, but last time she also came in as a sub to Jo Maraginot. So si Jo Maraginot, we all know what she can do, but she still haven't found her groove yet in this conference. So tingnan natin if this is the game for her. And sa kabila namang Kupunan, PLDT high-speed hitters, it's also the same suspects for their team. As we see, Del Palomata also the second highest scorer in that game against Petrogas. And of course, we want to see more from their outside hitters, Chinchin Basas and Prado, para mas makatulong pa dito kay Ellie Soyud, who we mentioned was the high scorer last game as well.
And just about ready to step into the first set. The pictures of the players Very glamorous this year, huh? Then you really put a lot of effort into our, I hate to say it, mug shots. These are not mug shots. These are glam shots. In the meantime, we have the first point registered by PLDT.
And Sam, if you're really looking to bounce back, you won't want to start a game with an error. And yun nga nangyari, courtesy of Joe Maraginot. Let's see how they bounce back from opening this set with a service error.
Great dig that time. And look at this. PLDT jumps out in front by 2 quickly.
Just on cue, pinag-usapan natin errors. Back-to-back errors here for the water defenders.
And this is not exactly the way you want to start. Oh, look at that. Misread, misread.
Service ace there, courtesy of Rhea de Maculangan. And I'm sure, Sev, you know of the time na Rhea de Maculangan stayed in the service line from 0 yung point hanggang 24 against UE. Yes, the UAAP.
Doon tumira.
Oo. Kilala talaga siya dyan. One of the heavy servers in every league she plays in.
In the meantime, here's Rhea de Maculangan still serving. Will she do that again? Stay there till point 24.
Better pass there.
Nakaisa rin. Janine Marciano.
Finally, Janine Marciano starting hot here for BALIPURE. Last game, yun ang inaabangan natin against Creamline because prior that game in their opening match, she scored 19 big points. And in their last game, she was just limited to 5. And kung titignan mo yung body language niya, ibang-iba talaga. But looking at that spike by Janine Marciano, mukhang she's in here to win this for BALIPURE.
In the meantime, after a shaky start, 2 straight points now registered by BALIPURE. Watch this again. Kuminsan, taplis lang ang kailangan mo. Just having your hand in the right place at the right time. Here's the attack by Mika Reyes. It is down and out.
Rhea de Maculangan starting to engage all of her spikers early on in this game.
Kala ko hindi na iikot yung serve. Jovelyn Prado is in our on our screens and she'll take care of the serve here. Current score is 5 against 2. One-handed set. Kasugod unable to nail it. It's sent the other way by Iroa. It's high in the air. The reverse set. It's down and up. And Iroa sends it back. Back row taken care of by Prado. And this is going to be the first long rally of this match. And it still continues. Maraginot goes to it. Oh, 2 teammates grapple with it. It's in the air. Nice touch. And Iroa is all over the floor. Order na akong pizza pala nito. Bukas. Natapos tuloy. Picar, unable to handle it.
Rhea de Maculangan quick to set the pace of the game here. Kita natin, delay na delay yung blockers doon sa pag-block kay Chinchin Basas. And credit also to Kat Arado for delivering the ball perfectly to Rhea de Maculangan.
Yung ganyan, Mela, pagka mahaba yung rally, one, nakakapagod. 2, nahihirapan yung blockers dun sa pupunta.
Oo, lalo na kung yung katulad ng ginawa ni Rhea kanina na opposite setting. Kasi from the pattern kung saan nagdepensa yung blockers. Kasi may net defense sila and then they will cover on the floor. Pabalik dun sa bago nilang bablakin. Ang daming effort, so nakakaubos talaga ng energy at delayed na sila most of the time pag long rallies.
In the meantime, that rally ended with PLDT losing out in the exchange. It is a 3-6 BALIPURE serving time. Maganda yung exchanges, ha? At least now we see the water defenders masipag-sipag sila going to the ball. Hindi lang pinapanood ng mamamatay. And that's what you want.
Nakikita mo na parang mas focused sila in a sense na parang cleared yung isip nila, mas nakakagawa sila ng discard. Because last game, they really looked stunned going up against, of course, one of the PVL dynasties, the Creamline Cold Smashers.
In the meantime, the shot of Pati Orindain was not handled as properly as they would have wanted it. We take a second look here.
Ayan, napakalaki nga ng wall na itinayo nito ni Mika Reyes at Eli Soyud.
You know, you may not feel it on television, but when you are in front of Mika Reyes sa net, she is an intimidating presence.
For sure. At maliban dun sa presence niya talaga, yung kamay niya paano nakapasok. Magkaiba rin kasi like the technical part of the game. Like Mika technically blocking the opponent plus her vibe, di ba, na nakaka-intimidate.
And she epitomizes what a middle blocker should be. Whoa! This is, as we say in volleyball, naputo ni Roa. And this is wiped by Soyud, but it won't count.
Eli Soyud wasn't ready for that set, but we have to credit yung tiwala sa kanya ni Dimakulangan.
Si Rhea talaga, no? Kahit na ano pa nangyayari sa court, smile at smile talaga.
Very calm, and it's also one of the things that make a good leader out of Dimakulangan.
Bubulong lang eh. Never in all these years nakita ko nagsungit yan. I'm sure he has her moments, but in the meantime, reverse set. Oh, good roll. Roa is just everywhere. Oh, loaded. That's loaded.
Janine Marciano with such a high leap in there. The perfect approach. Yung full swing niya, muli nagbabalik. Ayun nga yung kanina sinabi rin na sa pre-game interview yung confidence sa game, no? Kasi minsan, hindi na nila napapansin na kaya nag-iba rin yung laro nila. It's really because of the intimidation and lack of confidence.
Roa has been steady. Janine, Maragino with the attack. And PLDT gets to the technical timeout first. We'll take a short break here at 8:06 because this is where we have our technical timeout. Don't go too far away. We'll be just here. Okay, the PVL 2002 Open Conference is also available on Smart Gig. I can say that again. Okay, the PVL 2022 Open Conference is also available on Smart Giga Play. I was there yesterday. Let's go over now to Alexis Tinsay, who has this update.
Power opposite hitter Chinchin Basas told me na hindi talaga makakagalaw ang isang team kung takot lahat magkamali. Dahil sa pagkakaroon lamang ng risk, dito makakagawa ng magandang game. And this is the last day of the eliminations of Pool B. And according to Chinchin, PLDT has to trust and follow Coach George's system with bravery and prepare themselves accordingly. Lalo na't blockings at kailangan na ng pagtuunan ng pansin. Tingnan natin kung kaninong sistema ang mananaig this set 1.
Thank you very much, Alexis Tinsay. And on cue, she scored.
Ayan nga, kanina binanggit niya na naman yung mga kailangan nilang gawin para sa larong to. At yan nga, sabi mo, Sev, on cue, instant point here from Chinchin Basas.
Kung minsan, pagka tama yung interview, maganda yung report, pumapalo eh. Ito, gumapang sa net, tinaas. Ang ganda ng adjustment.
Back-to-back points here from Chinchin Basas.
Alam mo, lahat kayo naglaro ng volleyball. Para ka malulunod dyan eh. Yung palapit dun sa antena na yan. Kung minsan, nag-a-adjust ka sa ere. One way, then you change your mind all of a sudden.
Plus, there's really something sa approach ni Chinchin. Napakahirap timingan ng mga blockers. Pero yung importante kasi doon, laging mataas yung kamay niya at yung contact niya sa bola.
In the meantime, this is an adley play. Maraguinot loads up, and she can do that all day long. In the meantime, the push that time, it's still in play. We have long rallies, Mela. Ang haba na rally natin.
finally, Joanna Maraguinot with that powerful attack going down the line. Kanina, she got blocked by her former teammate in Ateneo, probably with familiarity. Alam na alam saan siya pupunta. But isa yan sa mga forte talaga nito ni Joanna, yung down the line area.
Oo, ano yan?
And it's good to see her fire up in this game.
Paboritong ulam niya yan. In the meantime, Jem Kasugod's, that dive.
Again, Chinchin Basas varying her attacks. Kanina, it was back-to-back powerful hits from her. Ngayon naman, she went off speed, seeing that big hole.
And you can see doon sa eksenang yun how she sort of cut it. Hindi niya hinampas na ng clean contact. You know? And sometimes you can play tricks with the ball, actually. Marciano working that back line. Maraguinot. It's in the air, the set. The load up blocked.
Look at the coverage of Basas,
Yes.
playing offense defense as well here.
Ang ganda ng rallies. Maraguinot. Tagal bago mamatay ng bola. Quick. Buitre, adjust. Huwag kang babalik. Parang ay, short.
Sayang yung effort na yun doon. Of course, we see Catarado covering the floor defense of PLDT. Pero medyo mahirap yung inattempt na yun na galaw ni Palomata. She was attempting for a drop ball pero she was very far off the net.
And that makes it 8-11. Balipure very much in the thick of things. That is inside. Cleanly
Babawi
done.
agad. Palomata, babawi agad. And yan din yung magugustuhan mo kay Demakulangan, no? Bago ka lumikod, hindi ka niya hahayaan na hindi ka makakabawi. Because of course, that has an effect also on your confidence.
Kung minsan hindi nga niya bubulungan eh. She'll just do it
Yes.
eh. Minsan kikindat lang yan. Here's Marciano, who has also been steady with her digging. Here she is on the attack. That is long.
Lack of wrist action there from Marciano.
Our current count is 13-8. You're listening to the PVL 2022 Open Conference. We're coming to you from the Paco Arena in Paco, Manila. Seb Sermenta and yes, it's Mela Tunay with us today. In the meantime, here's the reverse set, the push, and the confusion on the other end.
That was a tough set there for Jo Maraguinot, but she was able to adjust mid-air, opting for that drop shot. And with Palomata serving, walang libero sa loob. So that was a good target there by Jo Maraguinot.
Si Jo, pag naglalaro yung kanyang game face, ang hirap mong basahin kung ano yung gusto niyang gawin. Kasi minsan, didepensahan mo, hindi mo madepensahan yung game face niya even all throughout. Orendain is rejected and Buitre can't get to it.
Di Makulangan also tallying a block point here against Orendain.
Alam mo, Mela, itong Balipure, they have veterans and some young players. If they play a little longer together, they could go places, ano?
That's right. And last conference, actually, it was the mix of veterans and young guns for Balipure. Although now, they're adjusting big time on the loss of former team captain nila na si Grace Bombita, who transferred to Signal. And she was actually one of the best scorers last conference. So, in terms of production ng puntos, napakalaki na nawala sa kanila. She averages about 20 points per game for Balipure last conference.
In the meantime, there is a service ace by Buitre. And that'll make the count 14-11. This is close and tight, actually. The lead has not been more than 2 or 3 points. And Balipure is staying in the thick of it. That just nicks the net. Mika fires. Maraguinot is there. Orendain unloads. Easily handled on the other end. The attack. I love the rallies. This is Orendain. Basas to the other end. It won't go over the net.
It's a good defense being displayed here by both teams. And you see the effort, no, ni Dimakulangan na pabilisin talaga yung set. Although not all players kasi gamay agad yung ganun eh. Pero the intention is to really delay yung paghabol ng blockers.
Kung minsan kailangan i-zero ang pag-deliver ng bola. Kung minsan kailangan mabagal. Depende talaga eh sa takbo ng blockers. Tama yun. Samantala, huli ka.
That set was too tight at the net. Jules Samonte very quick to react. And pasok na yon at mahirap para kay Janine Marciano habulin at naunahan si dyan ni Jules Samonte.
Yun yung regalong maliit lang. Hindi talaga, hindi masyado. Pwedeng hampasin yun eh, di ba? Pero just the same 1 point. Nice adjustment in the set. Bicar with a good set on that one.
There's the action of Kasugod there. Talagang avoiding the hands of Mika Reyes. Not even Catarado could get to that ball. So you take a look at this slow-mo. Katapat kay Mika Reyes, hinawi sa gilid. And that results a point for the Purest Water defenders.
This is close. This is tied. This is 13-15. Basas with a slap. The reverse. Dumped over cleanly, and Kasugod is going to enjoy that.
Quality rotation here for BALIPURE with Kasugod in front. And yung kagandahan dyan, mas nakaka-receive ang depensa sila. Kaya mas na-maximize ito si Kasugod and only left with 1 blocker. Hindi na na-recover yung drop ball na yon ni Kasugod.
Ang layo ng coverage eh. Mahirap naman sukatin ko minsan talaga eh. Lakas.
Ayun kasi Sev, pag single block, aatras talaga yung mga dumidepensa. Kaya pag din-drop ball, wala din talagang mag-recover on the floor. As we go to our second technical timeout, the lead goes to PLDT.
Pasensya na po kayo ha, kasi si Mosi Ravena dumating. Pero kailangan ko sabihin, sulit saya ang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV, entertainment, sports news, and information. Andito lahat mapapanood ang TV5, 1 Sports, 1 PH, at lahat ng free-to-air channels, 6 na digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos lang. 2 pages po ito. Tumawag lang sa 02-8888-5555 o maaari rin pumunta sa piling authorized stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin at drop by ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang mga detalye. Kaya ano ba ang inantay nyo? Bili na ng Sulit TV powered by TV5. Ang gulo kasi ni Mosi Ravena eh. Ang sabi ko, ang araw ko, yung first game, kasama ko, pamangkin ko. Yung second game, kumare.
Nag-reunion na lahat dito sa PVL.
This is such a UST day. In the meantime, this is not, I think PLDT is delightfully surprised that BALIPURE is giving them a tough battle here. They have BALIPURE, alam mo, when you keep on playing, you'll get better.
At yung mapapansin natin dito sa game na to, kung last game natambakan si BALIPURE dahil sa mga errors nila. Dito kasi sila yung gumagawa ng mga puntos nila.
Good point, yes. That's good. The push. Joe rejected. 1 elbow on it. Sayang.
Joe Maraguinot has been constantly blocked in this game. So, Seb, kanina nakikita ko kasi yung difference sa pace ng laro ng PLDT at BALIPURE. Kung titignan mo yung BALIPURE talaga ang tataas ng set nila, getting the blockers in time para makapwesto ng maayos. Kaya constantly nabablock yung mga spikers nila. Whereas sa PLDT naman, makikita mo yung speed ng mga bato ng setters.
That is so correct. In the meantime, the serve is wasted. Pero merong intention yun eh. Merong target na zone eh. Kaya nangyayari yan kuminsan eh. Hindi naman gustong, di ba kuminsan, sasabihin, bakit hindi ipasok lang? Strategic yan eh. May gustong gawin yung mga server actually.
Actually, I'm not sure if they can see it on their screens, but all the coaches have a board here with a magnet for the targets sa service.
Si Coach Kung Fu ang very obvious dyan. Kinakantsawan ko yun. Uy, alam ko kung saan pupunta. Sir, huwag kayo maingay. 19 16-16. Dikit po ang laban natin. Ito, si Basas ang ating magsiserve. Marciano has it. Eroa. Maragino. Buitre. Yak violation. Yeah, we will have a timeout requested by BALIPURE. It's time to listen in.
Sino tapos ha? Di pa tapos. Ilan sila? Ilan sila? Tatlo? Ay, dalawa. Sige, papasokin mo lang ito ng ano. Harap lang, harap. One pass lang na eh. Bilisan mo lang, kartokin mo lang na mabilis. Kasi bago makatalon si Paloma sa harap. Palo lang sa harap. Sir, yung coverage natin, nandun naman, huwag na tayo magmamadali. Ha? Kasi nakita natin yung bola kasi gusto natin. Kaya yung gabi, relax lang tayo. Lalo na pag yung magko-cover nasa harapan natin. Kasi relax lang tayo para mga pwesto tayo sa papalo pa. Kung wala na, pwede ka naman mag-test, pwede ka mag-quarto. Depende naman sa tawag.
Alam mo, sa lahat ng team, lahat ng timeout, matatapos sa tara-tara. One lang, isa lang. But that seemed to have been a clear set of instructions from Coach Romel.
That's right. At sabi niya nga, huwag magmadali. Kasi may mga bolang nare-recover itong BALIPURE, pero tumatalsik sila.
Yeah.
Kasi yun nga, parang nagka-cramp sila on the floor. And they lose the opportunity para counter-attack.
At saka pumapasok yung panic eh. Na, hindi natin maitaas. Ito, nice set. Buitre, however, couldn't lay on it squarely. It's in the back row, taken care of. They go back to Maragino. Up, touch of the net, clearly so.
Masyadong aggressive doon si Palomata. A good chance here for BALIPURE to stay close in this game. They're now down by 3 points. Good timeout there by Coach Amelia.
(2017). In the meanwhile, Basas with a cut. Eroa slows it down. Yan ang gusto mong gawin ng libero. Bagalan niya yung bigay ng bola para maiabot. Well done. Double block.
Blockings of both team in full display here. And puntos na pupunta sa BALIPURE. We take a look at this logo. Pwestong-pwesto, Janine Marciano. Bantay na bantay dyan si Ceballos. And PLDT calls a timeout.
Diba? So, ulit natin, atakihin natin. Huwag nila madalin yung first ball natin. Tataas nyo lang muna. Pag nakabelo na yung spiker natin that time, sige. Sama yung buong barangay ninyo. Pero pag out of position kayo, gawin nyo na paraan. Hindi naman kailangan ng malak, sabi ko sa inyo, di ba? Sige. Tara. Listen tayo, listen tayo. Okay, pwede kayo.
Ang ating kasalukuyang score ay 20-18 PLDT, which is to the left of your picture, and in red here today, still in the lead by 2 points. They have led for the majority of this opening set, but not without a challenge from a very gutsy BALIPURE. Hindi ganito yung laro ng BALIPURE no isang araw.
Very intimidated nga, as he kept mentioning.
Parang nasilong ng konti. Ito, not today. And they're fighting for every point. The meanwhile, PLDT scampers for it. They make the adjustment. Here's a loaded shot that hits the antenna. And PLDT moves ahead in front, 21-18. Still in the first set. Watch this. Sa huli.
Babawi nga si Viola Ceballos. Kanina, ginamit niya yung smaller blocker, which was Janine Marciano, but in that sequence, na-block siya. Kaya ngayon, pinatalsik niya naman gamit yung kamay ng middle blocker.
Ang lakas din mag-load up nitong si Ceballos.
Even before in her previous teams, kilala natin yan. From offense to defense din, she can produce a lot of points at napakagaling kumabig.
Yung swing niya, no? Yung parang siyang kumakalabit ng baril.
The veteran na rin yan sa beach volleyball.
Yes,
kaya,
definitely.
Yung paglilihis ng bola, lalo na pag down the line, I think, honestly, mas malakas yung pag down the line ni Viola.
In the meanwhile, Flora got to it, and this one is in play. Nice reverse. I can sense it. you will see in this replay, if we have it for you, the footwork of Mika Reyes was impeccable on that last play, but it's 23-18. I'm not sure if we listen in. Yes, we do.
Sinashort nila eh. Yung ano eh. Sinashort nila kaya ang ginagawa ng mabilis sa palo, puro short. Ha?
Yung grab ball nila may tao sa grab ball.
Kasi ang depensa nila tungtuto. So, pag nag-block dito, may tao na talaga dito. Hindi kahit anong mangyari, kukunin at kukunin. Okay, kung na-block ng solid, di okay na. Tapos
Okay, Seb, I think it's time to get technical here. Yung mga coaches, ine-explain yung mismong play. Ayan, sinashort daw nila. And sinabihan ng coaches ng BALIPURE yung kanilang open hitter, which is Marciano, na dapat automatic sa kanya na yon. Pero nakita natin doon, iwan na iwan si Mika Reyes. Iwan na iwan yung blockers ni Mika Reyes at hindi man lang umabot yung kamay ng blocker niya. So, mortal sin yun actually para sa bantay nila. And dito nga aabante to 24 ang PLDT. They're just getting all the points here in this game.
You know, when Mika is on the front line, she is, and her game is on, she is hard to stop, really. Ano siya, she's just flowing with confidence when she's in her familiar spot. Marciano ranks it up. This one is rejected and nailed downstairs.
That is the downside when you have when you don't have veteran libero Catarado on the floor.
Yung libero pumapasok lang to replace a player, usually the middle blocker, no?
Kaya yung mga middle blockers, after their serve, sila talaga hindi na-target ng kabilang kupunan.
Uh-oh. Double touch.
Lack of balance there from Di Maculangan.
Bihira mangyari yan kay Rhea, actually.
Medyo sumobra dun sa pwesto niya yung bola.
Second ball setter, of course. The dump in play. Flora knew it. She got into her take-off position. Here's Reyes, and it's gone and out.
Mika Reyes being activated here by Rhea Di Maculangan, and the familiarity pays off for them. As we take a look at this play here, good counter-attack defense by Chinchin Basas. Mika Reyes quick to transition to attack that ball, and they get the first set win against the BALIPURE Purest Water defenders.
25-20. We will have your second set ready for you wherever you're catching us after this. Natapos po yung ating first set at 25-20. BALIPURE gave it their best shot, but just fell a tad short as we take in some highlights from the first set.
And if we take a look at the PLDT high-speed hitters here, makikita natin ang daming players talaga na involved in the game. We saw a lot of points from Chinchin Basas leading the team with 5 points in that first set, as well as Mika Reyes with 5 points. And nakita natin yung mga plays, kanina ko pa nga inuulit-ulit na si Rhea Di Maculangan really maximizing all her weapons. And we know that the goal of this game is for the team to have a momentum, pero iniisa-isa ni Rhea Di Maculangan bigyan ng kumpiyansa ang kanyang mga spikers. We also saw some moments from Piola Ceballos, Jules Samonte, and Palo Mata contributing 2 points apiece for the PLDT high-speed hitters. At sa BALIPURE naman, kulang pa rin ang suporta. Marciano leading with 4 points. Kasugod with 3 and Maraguinot and Buitre with 2 points apiece. At dyan nga nagkakatalo ulit sa atake. Si BALIPURE, marami rin na-depensa ang bola kanina, but the problem remains kung gaano nila ka-effective mako-convert into attacks and points itong kanilang mga nadidepensahan. And sa blocks, of course, the PLDT high-speed hitters lumamang din dyan. And even when they committed 9 errors kontra sa 7 ng BALIPURE, their lead in terms of the attacking department was enough to seal that first set for them.
So yan po ang ating score na matapos ang first set, 25-20. Ganito na ngayon, ano? Wala nang palitan ng pwesto, no? Everybody stays where they are to minimize the exchanges, different time, different era. So PLDT will stay where they are, left side of your screen, and BALIPURE will be on the right side of your picture.
You can notice also na both coaches are sticking with the players na nagtapos ng kanya-kanyang set, no? Nagpalit na sila ng starters. Flora in for Orendain and Jules Samonte playing minutes to replace Eli Soy. The Mika Reyes takes the regalo and gets the first point in the second set.
It looks so easy.
Pag ganyan yung height mo, very easy talaga makipag-unahan sa taas. Kuya, pag it's a smaller Lina Vicar,
Alam mo, no offense intended pag pinag-uusapan sa volleyball, yung smaller player, it's just the fact of life in the game. In the meantime, PLDT mukhang may pupuntahan in a rush, taking care of the first 2 points of this second set quickly.
high speed talaga
High
ang
speed, high
PLDT
speed.
ngayon.
Yeah. They are now known as the PLDT Home Fiber High Speed hitters. Ayun, Flora. Regalo. Akala ko hindi makukuha.
Miscommunication there on the part of PLDT. Halos hindi nila alam kung sino magsiset ng bola as we take a look at this replay. Masyadong pumasok and even si Flora, munti ka naman mistime yung regalo na yon, but nevertheless still a point for the BALIPURE purest water defenders.
Hindi tumusok yung parang gusto sabihin ni Flora. Akin na uli, akin na uli. In the meantime, Buitre messes up her serve and it's currently 3-1 here in the second set.
Pino kasi Bert Flora, one of the players na may hang time eh, no? Kaya kahit mauna siya minsan, she stays on the air.
Kala ko hindi bababa eh. May taong ganun talaga eh. 3-1 po ang bilang natin dito sa ating second set. Ooh, that's inside.
Service is there by Mika Reyes. And then if you notice also, Mika Reyes is now doing a jump serve na hindi niya ginawa sa Lasal, hindi niya ginawa sa F2, hindi niya ginawa sa Petron. But sa PLDT, they're constantly trying to improve and elevate her game.
Not exactly very high, but something different from there.
May extra karga pa rin.
Yeah. Oh, lalo na with a tall player like her. And a strong one at that. In the meantime, Marciano gets that to bite. And it's now 2 for Bali and PLDT with 4.
Yun din yung mga tough spots para depensa. No, nakita mo si Chinchin Basas almost there at the open area. Kaya medyo malayo yung tinakbo niya from her opposite spot.
Marciano got that to bite. Let's see. This is what you were talking about.
Yes, so it's not really yung mataas na jump serve, but it doesn't have to kasi yung height niya naman, 'di ba?
True.
Mataas pa yung contact niya sa bola. But definitely it improved yung karga ng service niya. And
It loads up a lot more. In the meantime, Flora fires and misses the target. It's now PLDT jumping to 5 against BALIPURE's 3.
looking at the lineup of BALIPURE, they're still to confirm sino ba talaga yung magiging steady OH2 nila. Because so far, Marciano's been doing good in this game. Yung suporta talaga na kapag nasa likod siya, sino yung magiging pamatay-sunog nila sa harap.
The runner. Oh, cleanly done.
There's lack of support there by Joe Maraguinot. Nakita niya medyo nakapasok na si Eroa. Failed to cover yung likuran nito.
And Palomata climbing and clawing on that one. She doesn't have to jump really. She's quite tall as it is. Jo gets to it. Kasugod, her version, and gets it to bite. Oh, good effort nonetheless to try to save it, but a bit late.
Exchange of running hits here, courtesy of PLDT and BALIPURE, and it's really good to activate your middle attackers at this point of the game dahil kapag ka nasa mga later parts na tayo ng liga, hindi na pwedeng sa mga outside hitters na aasay, no?
Tsaka predictable. Pag punta ka ng punta doon, mababasa the coaches and the players themselves notice that very quickly. Our current count is 7 against 4. PLDT still in the lead. The serve by Basel. Oh, it's into the net.
Service errors of both teams tied at 5. Service aces naman tied at 2 as well. So, definitely nagkakarga sila ng mga serve dito.
Yeah,
may mga ganun kasing make or break sa mga serves eh. Diba? Kaya sila nagko-commit ng errors. It's really a high risk, high reward kind of thing for the teams.
That's so well said, of course. That's the chance you take. Oh, on 2!
Makulangan specialty in the house, leading their team 8-5 as we go to the first technical timeout. PLDT leads the game.
Okay, fully alive. Champions for basketball simula March 26 to Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Live to One Sports and sa UAP Varsity channel, available on Signal TV, channel 263 HD, and on Signal Play. Let's send it to Alexis.
Kapag may kamali, kailangan mag-take accountability. This is what top scorer of BALIPURE, Marian Buitre, told her co-water defenders yesterday with regards to lapses last game against Creamline. BALIPURE is a new team and communication is still flimsy. However, the girls are focusing on how to complement each other's weaknesses through their individual strengths. If walang pasa, walang depensa, at wala rin magiging opensa, ika nga ni Marian, kaya kailangan magtiwala upang mapunan ang kung mga kulang. Let's ask the panel kung sapat na ba ang depensa ng water defenders this set 2.
That's such a fighting report. Diba? Bigla akong kinabahan.
May recitation.
Oo, di ba? Panalo sa oratorical contest. Hindi, pero maganda. Malinaw ang iyong paglalakad. Samantala, I think, rotation error. Bakit nangyayari yan, Mela? Bakit? When you go in, kung minsan nagkakalimutan, di ba?
Well, in the court po kasi nagpapalit-palit talaga ng posisyon. Kaya minsan, ayan, nakita mo si Jun Samonte transition from open, pupunta siya sa opposite. And minsan, very strategic din yung mga ganong-ganap. Depende kung sino yung malalakas sa blocker sa kabila. Then you transfer your key player to the other side para lang mas hindi mabantayan. So, minsan that leads to rotation errors kapag kung sino na yung magsaserve.
Which you can ask the referee.
Yes. The captain can ask.
Yeah, are we in the right place before the ball is served? You can ask that. They allow you that time to correct it. In the meanwhile, quick. No, it's a combination. Taken care of neatly by Arado. The push. Ceballos ad-lib in the air there. Here's the attack. High up and out.
Medyo nawawala ulit dito si Janine Marciano. Good intention there to catch the line, the end line of PLDT. Kaya lang kinapos ulit ng wrist action si Janine in that last spike.
All of our teams, because of the pool format, have a chance. It's just that the top 2 teams of each pool will have the twice to beat edge. So you have one shot actually. You just want to be better and better before you get to those key games. BALIPURE fighting, but down by 5. This one is on target.
And this is the more familiar territory for Joe Maraguinot, hitting from the open area. Medyo makikita natin yung struggle pag nandun siya sa kabila. Pero ito, gamay na gamay niya na yan. Going again down the line to get that point for BALIPURE.
Maraguinot, second tour on the serve. Oh, looks like an ace. Yes, it is.
Back-to-back points there by Joe Maraguinot. They cut the lead to just 3. Still keeping close here to PLDT. And Seb, kanina minention mo na wala nga silang advantage, both these teams. And again, we talked about the momentum. But other than that, yung pag-iwas din dun sa mas malalakas na kalaban sa kabilang pool, yun din yung talagang tina-target para dun sa mananalo today.
And look at this. Janine Marciano is beginning to connect. You know, BALIPURE is not a bad team. They just have to get used to playing with each other, play at a certain level also. And when do they strike the most against their opponents? Maraguinot. Ah, yes, sir!
Maraguinot making up her errors. At dito naman bumabawi sa service line as she forces PLDT to call a timeout.
Kasi hindi niya kakargahan yun. Ang ginagawa lang nila, mababali yung daan sa net para bababa yung bola. So forward na tayo naman ng konti. Kaya tatasin na ng konti yung bola eh. Okay? Okay mag-hesitate na kunin yung bola. Kahit sino sa inyo, basta importante magsalita, importante mayangat natin yung bola. Galing naman sa service yan eh, live na pinanggalit. Posible natin hindi mabasa. Mag-react lang tayo, ha? Let it go.
Take a second look at this.
Bumabagsak sa gitna and it's a perfect floater. Yung minsan pag diningnan mo, parang mahaba yung bagsak niya and then biglang babagsak sa gitna.
And akala mo ready ka na on the other end to dig it up. Biglang, it's playing games on you. However, Jo could not sustain her run and PLDT advances by 2.
And this is where the timeouts actually pay off.
Yeah,
Minsan nakala natin yung timeout para lang pagalitan yung mga players, but actually it's to cut the momentum of the opponents as well.
It's strategic and to recalibrate the focus of your team, especially if you're hit by 4 straight points by the other side. Gar loads up. It's Arado who gets to it. The attack. Oh, yes, sir.
Everything looking better here for PLDT and delay na delay yung blockers. Medyo kumagat si Buitre kay Mika Reyes. And yun yung kagandahan, no? Kapag pumapasok at masisipag yung mga gitna, even when they don't get the set, they are effective decoys para mag-open up yung pagpalo ng kanilang teammate.
Samonte scored earlier. In the meantime, the serve goes beyond the line, and it is currently an 11-13 second set. If you're just joining us, the first set going the way of PLDT 25-20. Basas has control. Dimakulangan with the setup job, and Samonte reconnects.
Jules Samonte, one of the younger players of PLDT, but definitely stepping up here for the high-speed hitters as we take a look at this down-the-line hit. To think na she's replacing Eli Soyud, pero she has the capability to produce the same numbers kagaya niya. It only goes to show na nagpi-pay off na rin yung pag-retool na itong PLDT.
There was an apology from Marciano, I think near facial on the other end. Alam mo, parang tennis at parang badminton. We apologize to each other for that area. In the meantime, Samonte with a cross-court set. It's too long, and BALIPURE comes within a point now.
Again, we were talking about the timing of Chin-Chin, no? Na hindi natin ma-identify kung ano ba yung kakaiba sa timing niya na minsan to her advantage. But in that last sequence, nung pinalo niya yung bola, nakailalim na siya kasi pababa na siya.
Correct.
And that ball sailed out.
That's That's what Marciano has done so far. This one is down and out.
Palumata successfully activated. Nagiging forte play niya na talaga itong running hit. And yan din naman kaganda when you have Rhea Di Macalangan as your setter.
That is sometimes the best zone to send it to. Because yung server, kababalik
Kakabalik
lang.
lang.
Oh.
Hindi pa nakakapwesto ng maayos.
Pinapanood pa niya yung serve niya. In the meantime, this Eve is a little too long, and that will make it 16-13. We arrive at our second technical timeout, Mela, and yours truly, Sev Sarmenta. We'll be back with you. Don't go too far. Sulit saya ang inyong panonood kasama ang Sulit TV, entertainment, sports, news, and information. At ito lahat mapapanood ang TV5, One Sports, One PH at lahat ng free-to-air channel. Siksik na, digital at malinaw pa sa halagang 780 pesos lang. Tumawag lang sa 02-8888-5555 o maaari rin pumunta sa piling authorized stores nationwide. Mabibili rin sa Shopee at Lazada. Bisitahin ang Sulit TV Facebook page para sa iba pang mga detalye. Kaya ano pa nilantay nyo? Bili nga ng Sulit TV powered by TV5. 16-13, second set action. Reverse, kasugod. Lupit ng pad. Nadiinan.
Binanggit natin, running attack ni Palumata. Kasugod naman para sa BALIPURE. That's a back-to-back set there for running hit. And then she gets it the second time around.
Ano mo yung mastering that? Tsagalan talaga. Huwag kang magsasawa sa drills. Ay, overhit. Ay.
Asking for a check.
Medyo malayo yung request ni Miss Palumata. Baka sa kabila. Ayun. Ito hindi. Si Flora hindi naman hihingi ng check ball pero malakas talaga yung serve niya. Nagkakargahan. Tama ka, Mela. Nagkakargahan ng serve because they're using it as a weapon. 17-15 as Basas returns to the service spotlight. Joe Maraguinot, and it's down and out.
Pure wrist action there by Joe Maraguinot. And maganda rin yung intention niya na wrist lang yung ginamit doon, hindi niya pinraso talaga. Kasi medyo malayo yung set eh. And makita mo, tinasan niya yung kamay niya. Cuts the ball and it landed perfectly doon sa kung saan yung kakabalik lang din ng server.
Bilang makastring ng points together ang BALIPURE, talagang halinhina ng nangyayari. Our current count is 18-6 ahead by 2.
Service gain ng dalawang kupunan. Service ace ng BALIPURE, 4 na, pero service error nila. Already 8 here at the second set. Good setup job there by Alina Vicar, acknowledging itong si Buitre pumasok. At nauna sa pagtalo nitong kanyang blocker na si Mika Reyes. At when she hit that ball, open block na.
It's so much fun to watch the one-handed set. Parang ang kala mo ang dali gawin. The push. I think Ceballos touched the net. Wow, we are tied.
This is the first time actually that BALIPURE is tying the game here in the second set.
True. We are at 18 all. Watch this.
Ayan.
Net touch and nangapit bahay.
May slight twisting ng ankle.
Oo, mukha nga, no? And we don't like to see that, but it does happen. The reverse set short. She went up. Yeah, Samonte went under the ball.
BALIPURE actually takes the lead here, 19-18. Don't look now.
So makakatok-patok sa pintuan nitong BALIPURE, and PLDT needs to buckle down. Picar's serve in play. Samonte got to it. And why not? Go to the bank. Go to your ATM.
Look at the angle that Mika Reyes took. She went cross court. At actually, mahirap gawin yun na. Tatakbo siya pa kanan, tapos kakabigin pa kaliwa. Ang taas pa ng contact niya sa bola. She's mastered this hit throughout the years that she's played. Lalo na, mga kasama niya si Rhea Di Maculangan.
And she is so nimble, although you can tell that she's been working out. I guess the working out has also strengthened her. BALIPURE is still in the lead, 20-19. If you're BALIPURE, you can't get too excited that you're going to win a set here. You got to settle down. If you're PLDT, you got to take it 1 point each time. Eroa makes it a set. The load-up, yes!
What a hit there by Janine Marciano. She definitely loved that set. Maliban sa naiwan yung kanyang mga blockers, she got the angle that she likes. And nakita natin yung paghabol ni Mika Reyes, sumobra sa kaliwa, and it left a big opening for the cross-court angle for Janine Marciano.
George Pasco wants to
Ilapit yung
talk.
kamay ninyo, hindi tinataas. Ilapit yung bola sa kamay ninyo para pag nag-block, doon ang bagsak. Hindi nandito. Hindi pinapablock ito Siko. Di ba? Iiba po pa sa iyo. Kaya na pa dito pinatarget ng gilid-gilid doon. Adjust na tayo sa block natin. Hindi naman 6'9 ang binablock natin eh. Di ba? 6'9 ba yun? Oo. I-adjust tayo sa block. Then yung mga singit-singit dito, yung depensa nito, depensa natin. Ha? So, PLDT.
21-19. Your PLDT, you gotta get the next point if you want to go end this a little quicker. But iba yung determination ng BALIPURE. You can see in their eyes, they don't want to lose this set.
Technical instructions from Coach George Pascua. Sabi, pasok daw yung kamay. Hindi naman daw 6'9 yung binablock nila. And it goes back to the determination that Sev was talking about na kahit maliliit, kayang-kayang pumuntos. Kagaya na lang ni Bert Flora, just, you know, using the right technique to get that point coming off an off-speed attack.
And we've got a veteran that we haven't seen for a long time. She was part of the FEU champion team. She was both setter and attacker, but she's been fielded right now. Is this the balasa part of the day?
At least to change the pace, no? Kasi medyo nagsuslow down itong PLDT.
And to present a different point of view. Oh, great catch that time by Eroa. They don't want to drop anything. Eroa too far away.
This is the connection that you want for PLDT. You know, you could only imagine Kat Arado setting it up to the outside spikers. You have Jules Samonte ready there, umatras. Sa kabila, nandiyan din si Viola Ceballos. Pero doon nila binigay sa hindi expect ng BALIPURE, and Mika Reyes converting that point for PLDT.
Will swing. And that is going to be on the line. Oh boy, 2 quick points.
Tabaho muna tayo, tapos siya tayo ma-excite pag ano. Okay? Urong sila dito. Jo, urong pa kayo dito. Kaya mo targeting ka, basta urong kayo dito. Para madali na rin yung ano dito. Madali yung mag-up tayo dito. Yung up, pag nagpa-up ka dito, pwede na itong 8, pwede itong tumba kahit anong ano. Basta kami ito. Okay?
One receive muna, one receive. Good pass. Hey, Bali!
Ito yung last sequence. Ito, makikita natin. Uy, pasok na pasok. Nag-hope si Coach Romel na out. Hindi.
Sabi nga nila, if you're doubting, better get the ball.
At saka tapakan mo yung
Oo.
linya, di ba? Then you can determine. Good set. Tumama lang sa antena. It looked like a perfect set for Flora, but it didn't work. Watch this.
It was actually very far off the net. Okay sana yung yung angle. Kaya lang masyadong buka. Yung
Tsaka,
set na yun for her.
nakakommit na si Bernadette sa ere nun eh. In the meantime, PLDT wastes it and BALIPURE arrives at 23. And is this Rap who's coming in? Yes, it looks like a familiar time for her to be in the game.
She tallied 9 digs last game and dahil nga sa kanyang former teams, service specialist siya, this is really the perfect time. Nigay na lang yung bola doon. Let's see what they do here. Good
And
coverage.
and we're going to have a long exchange. I can tell Maraginot. Bicar is rejected. BALIPURE. Oh, pinakailaman.
Miscommunication there at the side of BALIPURE. Nag-agawan si Flora at Maraginot. And actually, it could have been Flora setting the ball kasi siya na yung nakaharap doon compared to
actually.
Maraginot na ididig pa siya papagilid.
Parang Jo suddenly realized the mistake in her ways then she pulled back as we take a look at what Miss Reyes has produced so far.
9 points already and we're just at the second set.
Naku. The sugod suddenly puts PLDT at set point. What a time for them to commit 2 errors.
Sayang yung pinagpaguran natin ng second set na yan. Oh, tandaan nyo, yung service si Mika, ready na kayong dalawa doon kasi lagi papunta doon yung service niya.
Isang paso lang.
Akuin nyo na. Kasi sa inyo talaga papunta. Ay, pag wala, ready ka na. 5, ready ka lagi. Ako. Ha?
Tara. Bubuan tayo.
As the familiar tara-tara is shouted, you could sense yung frustration ni Coach Romel doon sa timeout na yan that they wasted 2 opportunities actually.
Nabanggit niya nga sayang naman daw yung kapit nila this second set if basta-basta lang ibibigay. Kasi it's okay if matalo sila na yung gumawa ng puntos ay yung kalaban.
Good point.
Pero
That's
it's a different story kapag binibigay lang nila through their errors.
That's always heartbreaking, diba? In the meantime, Mika Reyes, they are, when you're talking about Valley, they will try to anticipate what Mika wants to do here. Here's that jump serve, which he is clearly practicing nowadays. Pati Orenda in! We're tied at 24.
Pati Orenda in magic bunot and an instant offense there using the 4 arms of the blockers.
And what will happen here, ladies and gentlemen, is that the first team to lead by 2, this could take a while, Mela, with the way everybody is playing here.
It's a treat for the volleyball fans anyway. What BALIPURE needs here is for Orendain to fire up, especially now that Janine Marciano is at the back line in this end game. Advantage for them also kasi harap na itong si Wendy Semana.
Yes.
Can use it to their advantage,
totoo
no?
yan. Maraginot. The dump. Red. The swipe. The reset. She does it again. 2 in a row. Won't work. The attack. Oh, great catch by Roa. They will toss it over. Semana with the set. Basas fires. Yes!
2 opportunities lost there by BALIPURE. Alina Vicar tried twice to drop the ball to the other side on second attempt. Maybe she failed to realize it was Kat Arado guarding the floor for the PLDT high-speed hitters, and they were able to counter for PLDT with a Chinchin Basas power hit.
And the second set ends up in favor of PLDT, holding steady, and they steadied their ship, so to speak. If you are PLDT, you're thanking both your lucky stars and your own concentration to be able to hold on and take the set at 26-24 as we unfurl a couple of highlights from the second set, won by PLDT.
It was actually a better set here for BALIPURE, and at some point of the set, nakalamang nga sila kontra PLDT, which they weren't able to do in the first set. Kaya lang, nagtapos din tayo sa streak of errors, of course, courtesy of the players ng BALIPURE. But to highlight some good points, Marciano scoring 9 points, Maraguinot with 6, Kasugan with 5. Sa PLDT naman, Mika Reyes looking steady for the team, leading them with 9 points, Samonte and Basas with 6 and 5 respectively, Palomata with 4. So, mas nagiging team effort na for both teams. Kaya lang, it's really the errors na nagpatalo dito sa BALIPURE. And again, kung kailan siya nangyari towards the end game as they registered 13 errors in that set alone. Pero in terms of attacks, nakadikit na sila dito. Actually, lumamang pa nga sila 12-11. At nakita natin na Janine Marciano slowly getting her groove back again. Pero again, it boils down to the errors, no? And blocks, parehong teams nakaka-check ng mga atake ng kanilang kalaban. And although wala tayong natali na blocks dito, naging maganda yung exchanges ng counter-attacks from when the defenders get those balls through the blocks na atake. And ayan nga, let's see if the BALIPURE Pure defenders gets to minimize their errors in this game.
Yung ganito, Mela, as the third set comes in, if you are BALIPURE, do you still think of those missed opportunities? Naiisip mo pa ba yan?
There are players na gano'n. May sakit talaga na nakakapag-dwell pa dun sa mga masasamang experience nila.
So that's where you need the leaders of the team.
Yes.
Tama na yan. Let's go.
It's actually a skill also na mag-move on agad from that pace na nag-error ka, ganyan. Kasi it will determine also how you play moving forward in the game.
Diba? Si Coach Oliver Almadro, yan ang sinabi niya, diba? Iniwanan ka na, huwag mo nang balikan. Yan ang naging viral niyang coaching.
May mga hugot talaga yung mga coaches natin dyan.
Alam mo, social media person si Coach. So, kahapon, ang bigat nung dinadala niya nung natalo sila. Grabe ang signal. They're playing so well. They're in command. They've beaten 3 big teams. As you probably didn't notice it, but she's doing such a good job. And that's why we count those excellent sets. Keroa, Marciano, Wendy. Nicely done into the corner.
Look at the triple block of BALIPURE going up against Jules Samonte. And Jules just raining on top of her 3 blockers, getting that point for the high-speed hitters.
Ubus nila yung zone 5, ubus. Walang problema. Yan ang target. Nako, ganda. Huli. Hindi. Kala ko mahuhuli si Janine.
Combination play. Marciano powering through her blockers. And alam mo, pag pinapanood ko siya, this play is actually slowly becoming one of her favorites. She's most efficient in that play, yung sa 4.
Yes. And you notice, Janine may not look it, but she's a very strong woman. Ang lakas niyang pumalo.
At high leaper.
Oh, totoo yan. Very, very athletic. I failed to mention that what did I fail to mention? Number 16, Noriel Ipak is on the floor for the first time, and she darts out quickly for the libero to step in. As we take a look at Julian Samonte.
Joseph actually play a good game here for PLDT. And quality minutes also. Kasi imagine your top scorer in the team hasn't been delivering pero may mabubunot ka na as efficient. And it's a luxury for the high-speed hitters. And when we talk about luxury, pwede rin natin pag-usapan yung luxury na may Wendy at Semana kami, Rhea, di makulangan ka pa, di ba?
And coming from champion pedigrees, both of them, Roa ended up swimming with this one. Oh, great cut adjustment.
There's even no one there to block Chinchin Basas.
Alam mo yung mga nagbabalibol na young kids there, both men and women, you hate those drills, but there's a reason why you do them. So that pagdating ng game, it becomes automatic.
Muscle memory as BALIPURE calls an early timeout here.
Teka, sandali. I don't think so. Did they call a timeout? I think they did. The referees are going to confirm.
Service, 17 dapat mag-service.
Well, they're using it anyway. They're conferring. So I think the table officials are saying there is no timeout actually.
Minsan kasi yung buttons tumutunog eh.
Yeah.
Akala nila may nag-timeout.
That is also true. So the coaches are conscious because they are counting their timeouts also. They're saying BALIPURE is concerned because they might be charged with a timeout that they did not actually call. We shall try to sort this out, actually. Ako, tama kaya yata, Mela, parang inadvertent buzzer ang nangyari. That's why a timeout suddenly be called. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try to find out what's happening right now. I think, is it a rotation problem? Because the second referee is now checking on the rotation of PLDT. Was there an issue? Yeah, now I'm beginning to understand. There might be an issue about the rotation that Coach Rommel is now pointing out. Could be, could be.
Officials still verifying.
Ayun. It has now been a rotational error called against PLDT.
Instead of 4, Samonte.
I think, alam mo, Mela, totoo, yung mga coaches are conscious of how the rotation flows, ha? Tinitingnan nila yan at every turn. Yung sa kalaban, hindi lang yung sa inyo, actually.
Actually, kung titignan nyo sa mga bench nila, marami pang kasama yung head coach. There's someone in charge of the stats and the rotation. Then at the other one is in charge of the service target.
Totoo yan.
Everyone there really has their role to play.
Yung bang pag-ikot, kung saan umiikot yung kalaban, nasa back row ba yung player X, player Y, sino ngayon ang nagsiswitch? So this is the current issue. So far, the decision has been a rotational error. Samantala, nakikikapit bahay ang dalawang alumni. Si Kasugod at saka si Basas.
Small interactions in the court.
Chika days, chika
Oo.
moments.
From server for PLDT.
Well, Jo Mariganot is trying to help us also here. And she's jumping up and down, trying to loosen up actually. This is critical, because let's try to listen in.
Binawas mo, 3 dapat sila. O so magiging all 2. Magiging all 2, friend. All 2 lang. Magiging all 2. Binawas yung isang puntos, tapos dinagdag dito. Magiging all 2.
Isa lang? Dalawa yun.
Nasa ano namin,
Dalawa service nun, dalawa.
Binalik na, coach. Isa lang, coach. Binalik na, coach. Ano namin sa
All 2 na yung score, all 2. All 2. Nakapunta sila ng isa doon sa square server. Tapos nakapunta sila.
There's still an argument going on.
Kaya tapos bumalik sa inyo. Kaya,
3-1 nagka-error. Galing 3-1, di ba? Dalawang beses siya nag-serve, di ba?
hindi, all 2 nga. Dala. Kasi di ba galing sa error?
Na inaayos dito, ha? Ano yung last score dyan? Ano
One.
yung last score?
Nag-time out.
Pangalawang serve na ba yun?
Na 15, 1.
Teka lang Anong score nag-time out?
Boy, this is a big issue.
Walang time out. Kaya nga pinabalik eh.
Tinatawag yung... Di ba lumabas?
Lumabas kasi sila wala naman tayo.
Wala po time out. Pero
Pinaano nyo? Anong score nun?
3-1.
O, 3-1. Sino yung 3?
Ito.
ito.
Hindi, ano?
So babawas nga, babawas. Pangalawang serve niya na yun.
Ganito, nagkaroon ng error.
Eh,
Dapat
ito,
yung
sandali.
ano. Kaya nagkaroon ng error. Dito ang score nila. Kaso wrong server. Neto na sila talaga. Tapos babalik doon sa kanila.
So 1 lang to.
Hindi,
Magiging
ito
1 lang.
yan. 2. Kasi nag-service na yung 15 eh.
Doon nag-error sa 2.
Sa
Ang nakailang serve na to? Sa 2. O so 2. Tama, 2-2.
2 all nga.
Tama, mag-2-2. Watch, tama, isa lang. Isang balik lang. 2-2. Kasi nakakaisang serve pa lang. Andun din sa BIS 2-2.
The issue, I hope you can be as patient as we are trying to sort this out. The issue is somebody may have served twice in the rotation and too early at that. Kasi kukunti pa lang ang score, hindi pa nagpo-fully swirl yung rotation. But we play on. We're back. 2-all is the count. It's no longer 3-1. And there's the point by PLDT.
PLDT babawi agad, and all those minutes of waiting, one stop agad itong kupunan ni Chinchin Basas.
And therefore, our count is now 3-2. Ang big change out, 3-1 na kanina. Ngayon naging 3-2 na. So, a point was charged against PLDT. In the meantime, Orendayan sends it airborne. Orendayan loads up. Is it in play? Yes, it is. And here's the... Oh, Basas! She took her eye off the ball.
Tough angle there by Chinchin Basas. Mahirap kasi yung mga break ball pag sa opposite side kasi ano siya, hindsight eh. Medyo nakahiga na si Chinchin doon, pinilit ibaon yung bola, and that goes straight into the net.
Orendain. Di Sibana set. Vintage 2007-2008.
And yung tiwala ni Wendy Ansimana dito kay Palomata. Kahit buka na yung receive, pinilit niya pa rin maiset para makapag-running hit itong si Del Palomata. And she converts that set into a powerful and effective running attack.
4-3 PLDT. Oh, and there's the counter.
Johanna Maraginot starting to fire up in this game.
Alam mo, ang naging advantage for BALIPURE nung mahabang break na yan is that they were able to recover, settle down, and maybe forget that second set, which they lost out on.
Nakapag-regroup.
Oh, and they were beginning to dance on the floor to stay loose. In the meantime, Kasugod sends it to the other side. Oh, that's Cargado!
Yan yung pag-block dito sa running attacks ng PLDT. Hindi pa nabibigyan solusyon yan ng BALIPURE. Kanina pa sila napupuntusan mula dyan. And yun nga naging instruction ni Coach Ain kanina na kapag dalawa lang yung spikers, kailangan tumao na yung open hitter dun sa magra-running.
Can't help but feel for BALIPURE when they celebrate every point. Keep in mind, these are teams that want to win here today with a lot of pride and confidence building at stake more than anything else. Here's the attack. Ceballos looks at the ball, admires her work, and the ball refused to return.
Minsan yung mga gantong in-game angst, kailangan din yan to boost your confidence. And Viola Ceballos looking good in this game today.
What a combination of generations on the floor for both sides. And this is the joy of professional volleyball when people are done with their college careers. There are different combinations as we take a look at this.
It's a rare service error, reception error by Eroa, one of the best liberos also in the NCAA.
Nice combination. Hindi lang na i-puncture as Semana was wise to it. Here's Maraginot. Reset, recalibrated. It's out, however.
Kanina, sayang nga yung opportunity for a combination play. Isa lang yung blocker na tumalon pero hindi nila na-convert as this point goes to PLDT. And we're at our second technical timeout.
And the PVL 2022 Open Conference is available on One Sports and in high definition on One Sports Plus Signal TV channel 261. We go now to Alexis.
Coach George Pasco of the PLDT high-speed hitters analyzed what is lacking from his girls, and it is the determination to have their end game. Kaya raw familiarization of the process at communication ang pagtutuunan ng pansin. He knows they've got the skills, it's just now or never that they have to deliver. And for sure, the audience is seeing some great results. Let's see if the momentum is still with PLDT after this long rally.
Thanks very much, Alexis. Inside the meantime, we had Marciano being rejected at the net. PLDT advances ahead by 4. Orendain with a good dig. Combination. Nababasa ng PLDT yung kombinasyon na ginagawa ng BALIPURE.
Konting tago pa para dito sa BALIPURE, but you have to credit this point the blockers of PLDT as Coach Romel Abella calls another timeout for BALIPURE.
Sa pag pumasok ka, pasok ka pa paano? Sayang eh. O, pinalamangan na natin naman. Sayang talaga yun. Mahal yung play ng bola.
Na-check pa na.
Oo. Pasok mo ng maganda kasi ang inaabangan nila yung patong natin. Pwede nga sino sa kabila? Si ano? Si Mana?
Si Mano,
sige, play one lang tayo. Ha? Sige lang.
Go! Hey, buddy! Patay tayo.
Ayan nga, Coach John mentioned about yung pagpasok sa combination play. Kasi sayang yung opportunity eh. They don't always get the perfect defense to come up with a combination play. Kaya lang hindi nila nako-convert. So yung explosiveness daw nung papasok, dapat pang-combi talaga.
At saka determinado, walang hesitation. Marciano cuts it up.
Easy get there by Ceballos.
Ganda nung Ikutin mo si Wendy. Kukunan muna niya ng picture bago niya, di ba? Cargado, yes, Marciano.
Earlier, you were talking about having an advantage over Wendy Semana when she's in the front row. At ayan na nga ginawa din ng Janine Marciano. Pinadaan dun sa kamay ni Semana. Obviously, the smaller blocker. Katabi nito ni Mika Reyes. So, pababa na itong si Semana nung pinalo ni Marciano yung bola.
It's kept alive with an excellent pickup by Basas. Rugged action at the net. It's Basas getting to it quickly. To the other side. And it is long and out.
Look at the pace of the game ng PLDT. They've been utilizing the opposite setting. Kaya itong blockers ng BALIPURE, medyo delay. Although in that last sequence, kinapos lang din ng wrist action si Fiola. But Ipaka starting to make an impact here for BALIPURE. Back-to-back block touches for her.
Easy ball over. That time, did they get that in? Pumasok. I don't think she solidly hit it, but that's good enough. She'll take it.
Para nga dun sa mga gusto maging middle blockers, it doesn't always have to be strong or a powerful hit. A point is a point anyway in volleyball. At yan nga yung sipag ni Noriel Ipak na pumasok lang para may option itong kanilang setter na si Bicar, and she converts it into a point.
Age will show here, Mela. Inong araw, ang tawag doon, placing.
Oo, yun pa rin naman po tawag kayo.
Thank you.
Placement, placing shot.
Diba yung coaches sometimes? Placing lang. Hindi naman kailangan.
Lagay lang.
Lagay lang. PLDT still in the lead by 1 nonetheless.
Just on cue, itong si Noriel Ipak, back-to-back points for her. Nakapalo na, nakablock pa. Fiola Ceballos though, powering through the blockers. And yun din yung gusto mo if you're a fan of PLDT, no? Medyo nagkakakumpiyansa na sa blockings itong BALIPURE. And of course, Fiola Ceballos using yung kanyang yung kamay, yung left side ng... Yes.
That's a wicked combination. Mika Reyes, Ceballos, Basas together with Samonte. That's wicked.
All coming off from different systems and then coming together to play for PLDT.
And Wendy Semana is having a field day just... Boy, she's like a chef in a sushi restaurant distributing so nicely. We've always appreciated her game. And though, it's outside. It's called out.
Sabi ni Sev kanina, tapakan muna yung linya. He was sure that the ball is gonna sail out. At yan nga ginawa ni Joe Maraginot.
Ito yung mga little nuances. Like, for example, is it in or out at the end line? If it goes over your shoulder and you're in the back row, most likely it's going to be outside. Yung mga tinuturo. Oh, that sailed in! That sailed in!
Noriel Ipak, magic bunot here for Coach Rommel. Umagsak yung bola. And of course, when you're coming from a LaSalle system, dyan ka rin talaga kilala. She scored off her blocks, even her serves.
Oh, lupit. Ang lupit.
Ceballos displaying pure firepower here, and good for her to target the down the line also. As we know, walang libero, yung middle yung nag-serve, and they're not really the best defenders when they're on the floor. Very smart and powerful discarte here for Fiola.
In position, but not with the
No
skill
attempts
set.
at all.
Yung skill set not there for that particular shot. In the meantime, Orendain gets it to bite. And both teams just lugging at each other. We have some changes. La Victoria is going to come in for the first time in this game. And I think it's Buitre who returns.
And Marian Buitre, right now, she's gonna play opposite. And yun na yung kagandahan kasi she's one of the more versatile players here for BALIPURE. She plays open, she plays opposite, she plays middle. Early on, she was the starter, and middle yung kanyang position doon.
You know, Coach Romel Abella, he's trying to be a cool dude here, but at the same time, you can feel his frustration with so many opportunities lost by BALIPURE, actually. But they're trying their earnest best, and probably that's more than enough. In the meantime, Orenden, varying the tempo there. Counter by Ceballos. Buitre sends it airborne.
Oh!
What happened? What happened there, Mela?
Well, last second na kasi nag-confirm si Joe Maraguinot na siya yung kukuha ng bola. Nagtinginan sila doon ni La Victoria and si Jamie acknowledge. Kaya lang siguro yung power doon sa pag-over. Medyo clouded na yung isip ni Joe eh. Short ball niya ba or tataas niya ba yung bola?
Too many things happening in your mind at that moment when this is muscle memory time. Oh, punching that through.
Full swing effective here for Patio Rendait. Not even Del Palomata could block that ball. Medyo malayo yung kamay. Ayan, makikita natin sa replay. Nakapasok yung kamay ni Palomata pero the rest of her forearm malayo. So,
Good point,
kapag
yes.
pag malakas talaga yung palo, matutulak yung kamay mo, walang support from the forearm.
In the meantime, rugged action at the net. 15. Oh, Regalo!
Miscalculated send there by veteran Semana. And Maraguinot just quick to react. And just enough power and wrist action to get that regalo point for BALIPURE.
During the last Olympics, I was doing an international coverage, Mela, and out of habit, I just yelled when Turkey made a shot, and I said, Regalo! And then my producer said, what did you just say? And Regalo is such a Filipino volleyball term, really. We enjoy that Regalo. Oh, huli ka! And is it out? Yes, it's out.
And just like that, we're down to our second technical timeout of the third set. PLDT still leads 16-14.
And we have you back with us here, fully alive, fully alive. Let's make that clear. Fully alive, champions for life. Abangan ang pagbabalik ng UAAP at panoorin ng Season 84 Men's Basketball simula March 26, tuwing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday live sa One Sports at sa UAAP Varsity Channel, available on Signal Channel 263 HD and on Signal Play. Sabi siguro ng BALIPURE, Mela, no? Manalo naman tayo ng isang set, di ba? Patagalin naman natin ito.
Nakuha na sila ng set though in this match. I mean, in this conference. Pero, syempre, they want to maximize. And if kaya ng panalo, mismo, di ba?
And you kind of feel if you're BALIPURE, and if you're PLDT also, this is a team we should beat. Because medyo match tayo, no?
They'd want to maximize also na some of their players are really playing good in this game.
Oh, that's a great point because sayang naman yung kanilang big effort here today. In the meantime, that was a balancing act by Buitre. Here's the cut shot!
Bean Mendres, itinawid lang yung palo na yun. Makulangan also acknowledging her presence, setting it up to her, and no one there to defend that ball on the side of BALIPURE. Simpleng-simpleng galaw lang. Pinaikot lang yung bola. She didn't even leap that high to get that point.
Simple lang ang buhay. Makapalo, maka-score, sumayaw. 18-14, PLDT beginning to approach the home stretch here. Oh, look at that serve, just above the net. Oh, that's out.
Probably the most powerful hit here in this game, courtesy of Joe Maraginot. Na-check, pero ang lakas talaga nung impact and it sails out.
Naramdam natin dito, ano ha? Ang score ho natin ay 15 laban sa 18. Si Kasugod ang ating server. Nagulat si Ceballos doon. Lakas.
So, mahirap yung set na yun na binigay kay Mendrez. Mababa na mabilis na malapit sa net. And she tried to get to that ball pero nakailalim na siya sa bola.
Hindi mo nakita nung nakita niya yung pag-dinet na niya. Sorry. Wala kayo nakita. Ooh, into the net we go. And PLDT gets a freebie at 16-19.
Again, it's the errors of BALIPURE. And sila rin actually yung nagkakat ng sarili nilang momentum On the other side though, we see a well-distributed game for PLDT. Mika Reyes already with 10 points. Palomata, Samonte, Basas, and Ceballos with all 7 points apiece.
Which are big help as Maraginot is rejected. And there's a battle at the net. It looks long.
If there's one thing Palomata has to learn, kasi yung paluan yung block, alam niya na pero kapag kami mga awkward moments sa game na siya yung natataon na last touch, I think this is her third attempt na yung tatlong yun, errors lahat. So,
I think she has to work on her handwork. Kung minsan, it's wrist action The positioning of the hand. Pag libre ka, doesn't always have to be tusok.
yan yung peripherals kailangan din ma-develop. Kasi usually kapag itatawid niya yung bola na yun nga, nasa awkward situation or angle siya, hindi niya pa na ma-master.
That's true. And sometimes you can get too excited when you're that open. That's pushed over.
Calling an illegal attack period. Di makulangan sa backline player. So, hindi niya pwedeng itawid na yung bola ng ganun. Hindi na Bicar, no? Magaling yung target
Bilis sumigaw ng coach. Huy! Not really hit convincingly, but it's still in play. Maraginot adjusts in her flight. Open. Iroa says, I gotcha. Maraginot.
It's the best game of Joanna Maraginot in this conference so far. As they cut the lead, take the lead actually 20-19 and PLDT calls a timeout.
And George Pascua's turn to be upset.
Dito lang dinadaan niya, no? Di ba? Tapos, hindi ka setter. Bumalik ka rito, sayang atake mo di ba? Huwag yung sayangin yung pagkakataon. Dami na binibigyan pagkakataon ng kalaban Ano lang tayo? Basic volleyball lang. Pag wala kang block, matras ka, papalo ka. Hindi ka magseset. Okay? So ano lang tayo, girls? Usap lang ulit, ha? Dugod tayo ulit.
Nagbabalik po ang ating aksyon labang ang BALIPURE dito sa ating third set. Pero down sila sa set count so far. You can see on your screens, it is 2-love. And they're down in that department. They had their chances in the second set, which ended so closely at 26-24. In case you're joining us just now, as we have the serve all set to go. And Basas has a hand in it. Oh, ang lalim ng pick-up na yun. Marciano. Arado. Runner! Itataas ko bibigay ko sa'yo para paluin mo
BALIPURE playing better defense here pero sunod-sunod ang running attack nito ni Del Palomata and they just can't handle it.
Tabla po tayo sa 20. We are close, tight, and comfortable here. We hope you are too, wherever you're catching us. Marciano.
That was a tough set coming off from the other side. Medyo mataas. Umiikot yung bola and binaon nito ni Marciano.
In the meantime, we will have Palomata moving out.
You have Heather Ginoo.
Who has not seen action all game long. And gets to do service duties now. 21-20 ang score natin.
Ooh, heavy serve there.
Oo, no?
She does the job assigned to her. She gets a service ace right on that. They get the lead 22-20 here.
In the third set, may extra shot of coffee yun. Okay, bakit
Kailan
tayo?
sa'yo sinabing bagalan mo yung palo? Wala, di ba? Oo. Nablock ka na ba nila na mabilis yung palo mo? Hindi ka pa nabablock eh. Ba't nag-aalangan ka doon? Ba't nag-iingat ka, nag-iingat? 20-20 lang naman yung score.
Tapos na to.
Diba?
Go, 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 go. Okay, kasi na yan.
Atake tayo, atake. Receive natin. Tabayan natin.
And we are at 22-20. PLDT hoping to seal the deal here in this next couple of serves. It's up to BALIPURE to respond here to keep this game in play. Oh, what a break! Oh, what a break!
Back-to-back aces for Heather Ginoo. And again, she gets her job done. Pinapasok siya dito to load up on the serve. But she actually converts it to 2 back-to-back aces.
At si Wendy Simana, hindi niya alam kung malulundag siya sa tuwa. Alam mo naman si Wendy, poised na poised palagi. In the meantime, that is rejected. They track it down. Marciano on courts. It's down, but in play. Here's the load up. Ceballos with a gentle push. We're getting noisier here. Marciano! Inside.
Makikita mo yung diskarte ni Marciano dito. Hindi niya na pina-power through dahil nakita niya Mika Reyes yung kaharap niya. Pinapaikot niya na lang. Itataas niya yung kamay niya and then pure wrist action hanggang sa bumagsak dun sa end line.
That's a...
Napaikot na lang yung bola.
We're showing you the different angles as Mela was explaining it. Here's Mika Reyes. The jump up that time by Vicar. That load up. Oh! Open spot.
Again, dyan yan nagagaling yung pagpapalit ng diskarte nito ni Janine Marciano because of the effective blocking of Mika Reyes. Nakita mo gano'n niya pinwestuhan yung cross court.
And we arrive at match point.
Mika Reyes also playing her best game this conference.
Doing a little of everything, actually. And match point will have to wait. The final victory point is frozen as BALIPURE saves 1 match point.
Yun nga, Seb, yung sinasabi ko sa'yo kanina, nagiging paboritong play na yan nito ni Janine Marciano. And they cut the momentum as they call a timeout here.
Tresin mo rito. Chin. Sika. Ngayon, pagka wala, deny. Di ka ulit. Tres ka naman. Ikaw naman ang 5. I-reverse niya pag nakabali ka. Pero kailangan receive tayo. Ang receive natin dito. Kunin natin dito sa dulo. Ha? Paliwanag? Sige. Go, let's go.
And they wanted to run a play that probably is very familiar to them to end this right away. Ayaw na nilang pagbigyan itong BALIPURE na makaangat pa.
Malabella doing a substitution here. Kanina si Ipak tinarget ng mga spikers after the serve, kaya they're making sure they inject someone with good defense in Bern Flora.
Kept in play. Flora has it. Arado makes it a set. Basas fires. Easily handled by the back row. Orendain really cranked that up. Semana. Back row. Another long exchange of shots. In play. Semana. And that'll do it.
Chinchin Basas gets the point to get this win against BALIPURE, and credit the defense also of Ginoo, Arado. It was definitely a team effort here. And highlight also Wendy and Semana acknowledging the strengths of her players, of her spikers, and using it to their advantage as they get this game in 3 straight sets against BALIPURE purest water defenders.
And notching their first win in competition, while BALIPURE will drop its 3rd straight match. We'll bring this together in a nice ribbon just after these messages. And that is our final count. The three set